The furthest the United States generation calendar goes back is 1883. That is named the Lost Generation. Well, you know that was born at the end of the 1800s.
Hey you guys, I'm Gloria, aka Glow. Thank you for tuning in to Gorgeous Glow Weekly. Born and raised in Virginia, I'm a 2019 college graduate who loves to have fun, go exciting places, and throw some amazing events. But ever since the 2020 pandemic, my social life has stopped. So what do I do now? Visit my channel where I invite you on a virtual party bus into my weekly personal life as my work continues as a healthcare provider during COVID-19, writing screenplays for fun, and opening my first of many residential facilities for adults and children with disabilities, all while quarantined. I also share and discuss things like my spirituality, my natural hair journey, and my favorite topic of all, relationships. All from your new favorite Gemini. Jump on a party bus by subscribing to my channel, then grab your weed, wine, water, and let's kick some bullshit. The greatest generation set the folks off in the 1900s, 1901 to 1927. That's my great-grandparents. The silent generation was next from 1928 to 1945. My grandparents. The baby boomers, that generation was from 1946 to 1964. That's my mom's generation. Then the generation X, I got some friends, some exes, that generation was from 1965 to 1980. And then there is my generation, the best generation there is. That is the Millennials. We are also known as Generation Y, and those were from 1981 to 1996. Yes, I'm in that generation. So the next would be like my nieces, my nephews, and those folks, right? The Generation Z, 1997 to 2012. Okay. Got a few, my godchildren in there. Juicy and Jenny. So next after Generation Z, it will be the Generation Alphas from 2013 to 2024. That's that little baby hip hop. And of course, after Generation Alphas is the Generation Betas. We are currently in that generation now from 2025 to 2039. Like, who names these generation Beta, Alpha? What's next? Generation Kappa? Okay, well,
I still can't believe there's people out there still sleeping on the 90s. The 90s was the best generation. If you were a teenager in the mid-90s, it was lit for you.
remember when we was really jamming? Like, really outside? I ain't gonna lie, the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC had some backyard barbecues lit, baby. Like that. I mean, Destiny's Child, TLC, all of it had us singing to the top of our lungs and ready to hit the dance floor. Like we had Needs of Steel. Don't sleep on that alternative rock either. That era, I remember kids was coming to school with Nirvana t-shirts, Pearl Jam. The Red Hot Chili Peppers had everybody vibing in their own little lane. And don't get me started on rap, please. That was its golden era, hands down. The 90s gave us music with soul, attitude, and real feeling. And no matter how much time passes, it's always going to have a special place in our heart. I was never really big on fashion like that. But the 90s gave us some looks that refused to be gone. Like, people are still wearing crop tops, high-waisted jeans. People are still wearing chokers. And in the 90s, everybody had at least like one flannel in the closet. Don't get me started on the Spice Girl and them platform shoes. When that came out, the hookers, the strippers, everybody was wearing them damn platform shoes. Like, your ankles was at risk and all, but we wore them anyway. In the 90s, I think I had some of the sneakers. The 90s fashion was a little bold, a little edgy, definitely carefree. Like, we weren't trying to impress nobody. We just wore what we felt, and that's why it still hit today. And speaking of carefree, let's talk about life before all this technology took over. Back in the 90s, bro, we weren't glued to our phones or worried about social media. We was outside, riding bikes, hanging with our friends, and like actually talking to them face to face. We didn't need no likes, we didn't need no comments, we didn't need no followers to feel seen or important. We was just living, enjoying the moment, being present without feeling like we had to stay plugged in all the time. I know this is a Wind Down Wednesday video, right? But I gotta say it. The 90s also blessed us with some of the best TV and movies. Period. Who else remember rushing home after school so you wouldn't miss the episode of Friends, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Boy Meets the World, the movies? Jurassic Park, Forrest Gump, Clueless. I still can watch any of these today. That stuff wasn't just entertainment either. Like, those shows and movies really like taught us lessons about life, bro. Like relationships and just growing up in general. Like, I cried every time Corey and Topanga broke up. I cried every time they cried. Like, it was like I knew them for real. Like, the 90s was giving us gems without even trying. Let's talk about the sense of community we had back in the 90s. Everything felt more connected. We spent real time with friends and families. Back then, it seemed like everybody was having block parties, cookouts. Everybody just knew everybody, like, and people actually showed up for one another. We built real relationships in the 90s. It felt like a time of unity, a time of love and acceptance. And honestly, we were blessed to have experienced it. That was a special era for real. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a millennial. I really feel that way. Like, no other time has made me feel like that.
The 90s was a lit era that shaped me into who I am today.
From the music and the fashion to life before all this technology stuff, the TV shows, the movies, that real sense of community. Like, the 90s had it all. And the nostalgia that comes from it. You can't recreate that. I don't care what nobody says. The next time somebody calls the 90s just a throwback, remind them why it was the best era for us. Thanks for watching, you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. Keep rolling on this virtual party bus, and let's see where we go next time. See you in the next video.